What's up, good people? It's your boy Laws, OSS 980, other side of sports. I'm here. Uh, we got to talk about Scott Turner being fired. It's me solo dolo. This Jones just, I, I gotta come and talk to the people about the truth. I understand that a lot of these media people who are at these press conferences and interviewing, Mayhew and Ron Rivera have to play ball and play nice in order to even get in those spaces. But that's essentially why our content is here because I don't have any allegiances. I don't need any, I don't have to coddle them. Like some of the questions that they're asking just infuriate me because it's not driving the type of change that we want to see from the team. And it's just frankly the truth. Like these softball questions that they're asking to try to get a sense of what's happening with the team when you could just be direct and ask the questions that everybody wants to know. You know what I'm saying? If you watch the press conference with Mayhew and Ron Rivera, you know, they sat there, they told the people basically, we evaluating everything, we looking at everything, we're gonna make a decision and decide about the quarterbacks on the team. One of the questions was asked, you guys had a 7-win year, another 7-win year, and then an 8-win year. Like what seems to be a problem? You guys aren't like getting it in the win total. And they said, I quote, well, we had some unexpected things, and I think we have had progress. And we really just with Brian Robinson getting shot and some of these things that have happened over the I couldn't believe it. The same way you looking like that, like, no, he didn't say that. That's the same way I was looking. Uh some of the questions that could have been asked, I had to write them down because I'm like, my brain, I'm getting a little older, so I gotta, write stuff down. Why wasn't this question asked? Who should be held accountable for the underperformance of this team? That's a question that I want to know. Who should be held accountable for it? I know there was a question asked about Scott Turner, and it was just a brush over saying, he did his job. And then hours later, we find out Scott Turner has been fired. So clearly, he's going to be the scapegoat of why this team has not produced to the level that they wanted to produce. Mayhew sat up there and said that we wanted to have a run to pass ratio of 2-1. And essentially, they had that for the back half of the season. The last 12 games of the year, when Brian Robinson came in, they was running the ball heavy. So the whole philosophy, first of all, the philosophy is antiquated. It's not 1985 when Ron Rivera was playing in the league, and it's not, these times have changed. You can have a run philosophy, but to just say 2-1 and just stamp it to be that when teams, you should not be game planning against teams that way. You should be saying to yourself, where are this team's weaknesses, what are our strengths, and then catering to that. If that has you passing the ball 3-1 in a game because the defense that you're playing cannot cover the pass, then so be it. You sat up here, you got all these players, right, in the offseason. You got Carson Wentz. You got Jahan Dotson. Brian Robinson was a 4th-round pick. He wasn't a 2nd-round pick. He wasn't a 1st-round pick. So you got him later. So don't tell me that your intentions was to bring him onto the team and y'all was going to be a run-first team. Like, stop it. Stop it. Nobody's going for that foolishness. I'm not buying it, Ron. These con tricks that y'all try to say, oh, we're just going to go back to, evaluating everybody. I think we did a good job last year and looking at all the options that were presented for us and this, and that. No, you did not do a good job because the outcome says that you didn't do a good job. Football is one of those things where it's outcome based. You can say this, and that. Oh, we did this. If you're not producing the results, then it's not so. I don't care what you try to spin and conjure up to make people believe that y'all did a good job. You didn't, because the outcome says that you didn't. I don't want to hear these excuses about injuries and losing players and this, and that. Every team in the NFL has to navigate injuries, has to navigate problems with the offensive line, defensive line. Like, hell, the Steelers lost their best defensive player and that wasn't an excuse Mike Tomlin was using for why they couldn't get to the playoffs and stuff. They still produce. This whole notion that it takes 3 and 4 seasons for you to produce and get your team on the right path is garbage. It's not true. It's inaccurate. It's not, it's false. It's a false narrative that they keep selling dumb fans out here that, oh, we should keep Heineke. We should do this. We should blow the whole thing up. Get rid of all the staff, including Ron Rivera, Mark Mayhew, all these little Carolina dinosaurs. Get them out of here. Y'all want to make, as long as we are complacent as fans and we don't really show no real care, Bama just get mad a little bit and just stop buying merchandise, stop going to these games. I see Washington fans all the time, but again, we about to go to the game and support the team. Blah, blah. Stop it. Stop doing all of that. There's no accountability on this roster, on this team. I don't even care if the players like Ron Rivera, he's a nice guy and all that stuff. Dog, screw all of that. I don't care about that as a fan. Watching my team go home early, have opportunities to win, and the team not show up prepared to play a football game. Every time, dog, it's a game that matters. These dudes don't show up. They're complacent. They're not prepared for the physicality. They talk about they want to run, run the ball more than they pass, and they want to try to, be physical in their approach to the game. When in reality, when it comes down to tackling and simple things in establishing a mindset for a football game, they're not doing that. They come in the game and they're reactive in their approach every time. So don't tell me about, what y'all want to see happen. And there's no accountability. I'm telling y'all fans right now, because of this, because there's no accountability, because these softball questions and there's no real pressure on these dudes, you're going to get more of the same. More of the same. Scott Turner was just the scapegoat this year. Next year is going to be somebody else. It's always excuse riddled. It's always excuses. I appreciate my man Rio out there. I seen him lately going ham on the videos. I appreciate you, brother. Because I know, like, when you're in positions like that, you in good with the team people like you and stuff like that. You probably get a little, passes and different things like that. And it just be like, nah, like, we got to call a spade a spade. I appreciate you, bro. Shake my hand. Shake my hand. Anybody else out there that's coming with the real about this team that really cares, whether they do well or do bad, we cannot just give them a pass, dog. This is all on Ron Rivera. You can say what you want about Scott Turner and his philosophy. You could infer that maybe potentially he wanted Carson Wentz back there, but like, you can say all of that. I don't care. But if you're the coach of the football team, the buck stops with you. You're making the decisions. It's a fourth down call, and you got the wrong man out there about to run the play. That buck stops with you as the head coach. I'm tired of all these excuses. This is another question that should have been asked. We know the nature of football and the potential for injuries, and things do happen. When do these stop becoming excuses for the team not doing well? When it comes to your record? When does it stop being excuses, dog? Oh, we lost. I heard the same excuses last year. Oh, we had injuries this year. To our offensive line, things didn't go the way we wanted it to go. Blah, blah, blah. You heard me say it 1,000 times. Winners win and losers lose. Everybody faces adversity. Everybody has to deal with injuries and navigate around them. Everybody has to. Winners win, losers. The San Francisco 49ers, they lost both their starting quarterbacks. They had to go to their third quarter. The fact Purdy out there is doing work and doing well, that goes to evaluation. That's a notch on the evaluation belt for those coaches. They're down to their third quarterback. They're still producing. They're down to they had to make moves mid-season. They lost Deebo Samuel, who is their best weapon on offense. They lost their best weapon. They were able to pivot, find another way to get the job done. I'm tired of hearing these excuses. It does not take 3 and 4 seasons. Make this go viral. It does not take 3 and 4 seasons to get your team turned around. I.e. Cincinnati, i.e. The New York Giants. Daboll comes in here with a mediocre quarterback at best. You can say what you want about Daniel Jones. He's mediocre, middle of the road. And they were able to get and extract the most out of him. They changed some things. They looked at his weaknesses. They catered to his strengths, and they made it happen. I do not want to hear any more excuses from this regime. Ron Rivera, Mayhew, anybody else who want to come to the podium and try to spit these lies and made up scenarios and situations that people are just gonna like eat. I'm not eating it. No, I'm not buying it. No, y'all can buy it. If you're one of those fans out here like, yo, you too hard on the team and stuff, stop it. You're a loser. Yes, you. You live a life of losing. I'm guaranteed. You can say, no, oh, you don't even know me. Dog. If you're making excuses for why they're losing, if I'm making excuses for why I can't pay my bills, take care of my family, take care of responsibilities, yeah, unfortunately, it puts me in a certain category. It's just the reality of life. And that's the losers category. Just point blank, period. It's a fact. I'm sorry. There's no sweet way to say it to make you feel good. But if you're here sitting, you being too tough on them laws, like, well, how you gonna say that they just losers and stuff? Their record says that they're losers. I mean, maybe you go about your business that way. I don't go about my business that way, dog. When it's time to take care of business, there aren't any excuses, dog. You either get it done or you don't. Flat out. That's how I'm rocking. And this team continues to put forth these excuses and narratives. Some of the radio people, they seem fed up and they kind of go in a little bit. And I've heard them be, pretty critical this year, more than some. But like nobody's taking the gloves off and saying what needs to say. Ron Rivera is not a competent head coach and he needs to be fired. I know the team and the situation that it's in and with the ownership and stuff like that. If I'm a prospective buyer for this team, I don't want the team with Ron Rivera there. I don't. If you're trying to get this team and propel it to being sold at a high price, then you need to change. The first thing you need to do is get rid of all these people, dog, because this is bringing the value down. Ron Rivera, Mayhew, they're all bringing the value of this team down because they continue to put forth losing mentality, loser ways, loser evaluation, loser excuses. Flat out. It's one thing if you don't trust Dan to hire the next head coach. I get that. Okay, cool. But just letting them stay in this space of mediocrity, no, it's losing. It's losing culture. It's all of it. Culture's messed up, but it's also losers running the ship. They don't know where they're going. They put it on Scott Turner. Yeah, Scott Turner was what do you say? Not qualified to begin with. We said it. We told y'all from the beginning that he just spacing was messed up. All the offense, Aaron said it on the show multiple times. You can go back and check the receipts. We told you he wasn't the guy, right? But why is he here to begin with? He didn't just magically fall out of the sky and be like, oh yeah, Scott Turner's available. No. Ron Rivera has relationships with him, his dad probably, all that kind of like, oh, I'm gonna get my man from over Carolina. All of that is on Ron Rivera to begin with. How would philosophy change and shift? You said y'all didn't see eye to eye or they wasn't on the same page, but like you brought him here. So what happened between the extension that y'all gave Scott Turner and now? The Bama's the same guy. This is the type of foolishness that they sell you and try to feed you and like get these dumb fans. Oh, yeah, dog, Scott Turner, he's supposed to go, blah, blah. We need to bring somebody else in here who gonna run the dog. It's all fabricated lies, dog. I'm not buying it. You got all this Bama, all these offensive weapons, brought in Carson Wentz, talking about now you want to be run first team. Stop it, dog. I'm not buying it. No more. Never question. You said you did a good job evaluating the QB position, but the stats indicate that not to be true. What do you attribute to this failure? These are the questions that need to be asked. They won't put me in there because they know I don't care. I don't need that validation. I'm validated on my own 2 feet. I don't need to be in a room and Bama's pat me on the back. Oh, you want to come to the Washington Commanders dinner? Or you want to do this? Or you want to play in the golf tournament? As much as I like golf, if they do invite me, I go play in the golf tournament. That's a fact. And I'll probably wash half the field. So I'm just saying, yes. But I'm not overly needing of that type of stuff, dog. I just want my team to be good. I'm tired of every weekend, week out, Bama slandering me on the chats. They slander my squad. Oh, y'all Bama sorry, dog. Y'all, you know what y'all. The same way I slander Kirk Cousins and that person, like Bama slander my squad. My team at home, they gone fishing already, dog. We with the destiny in your hand and you drop the ball. That is on the head coach. I see teams like the Detroit Lions with nothing to play for show up in a game, dog. So you cannot tell me that this is okay for my franchise and my team, dog. I'm not buying it. I know this is a rant, but it's a rant that people need to hear. If you got options or what needs to happen, the quarterback situation is bad, dog. Carson Wentz, you got to move on from him unless you're going to, dog, you can't bring Carson Wentz and then talk about, like, the philosophy. You know he wants to throw the football. Like, you brought him in here. Taylor Heineke, he's earned the right to come back, but he's not the answer. Sam Howell's not the answer either, dog. They're going to sell you this Kool-Aid, have you sip it, then you're going to get tired because there's so much sugar in your system. Then you're going to go to sleep, and then by the time you wake up, we're going to be back here at 8-8, 7-8, 7-7, whatever the losing record is, 6-12, 6-11, whatever the losing record is, that's what we'll be at next year. And y'all gonna look back at this video and be like, dog, the Bama Herald was right. Bama Laws was right. I should have listened to him. He was spitting facts. I let my fandom cloud my judgment. They sucked me back in with the couple wins and stuff like that. Dog, let me tell you something. 8-8-1, you know what that is? That's mediocre. Mediocre. Look up the definition of what mediocre is. That's what the record says that they are. And to me, that is a reflection of your coaches. I actually think the coaches are below mediocre. I think they're trash. I do. I think they're trash. But I'm going to just give them mediocre. Because somewhere along the way, there was enough to get them to middle of the pack, middle of the road. Something good. Maybe it's the players you had that compensated for it. I don't know. But at the end of the day, the record says that they're mediocre. Chime in the comment section what you think needs to happen. I know I might be like, on an island. I'm fine with that, dog. That's where leaders are. That's where the people who change things in society, they sit on islands by themselves a lot of times. It's fine. I don't care. Y'all can slander me. Y'all can come at me. Oh, no, you don't know what you're talking about. Y'all can come for me. I don't care. I'm not the coach of the football team. All the energy that some of y'all fans will come at me heavy with, you will not direct that energy at the team. Y'all gonna buy the new gear, have all the Washington stuff. I done cut my stuff up, threw it in the trash, though. I'm not buying nothing from this team. I'm not giving them any of my bread at all. I'll cover the team from afar, talk about them all like that. But until they change and start winning, they will not get one red cent from me. And that's facts. Again, you can drop in the comments if I'm speaking the truth. If you agree, dog, make this go viral. Clip this up. I don't care. Take the content. If you rock with us heavy, you know what I'm talking is facts, then you need to put this out, dog. Only way I'm going to tell y'all right now because a lot of people don't even know this. Y'all going to be like, oh, you don't know. Look it up. You're going to find out. We were the ones who drummed up Scott Brooks getting kicked out of the Washington team. It was us. Yes. I made a song. We was on that trail heavy to get Scott Brooks out of that jump. And they had to let him go, dog, because when the noise get loud enough from the fans and the people, they get over there in the building like, what can we do? And I'm going to tell you what they're going to do. I'm going to tell you the formula. what they're gonna do is they're gonna try to put out some little post or something to bring in, like they had some enduring quality of Ron Rivera that makes them like him, just like they did for that video of for the Pro Bowl people. You know what I'm saying? Him talking to players. They're gonna try to do this stuff to drum up these feelings and sentiments from the fans so that it diverts away from the real thing that matters, winning games. Then they're going to hit you with we went to the draft and we got this new player and we got this quarterback in the second round who we think is going to be the guy and woo, 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 woo. And they're going to try to wheel you back in. And then they do it to me too, dog. But I'm saying now I'm past all of it. I'm past all of it. Come on the other side and be free from the foolishness. Y'all can be free with me. And no, we ain't got to deal with this no more. I'm telling you, they're gonna try to get the fish. Oh yeah, what can we do to bring the marketing back, get the fish? We're gonna bring back an old Washington commander that we're gonna put on Front Street and have, let's bring in they listen to Brian Mitchell, they listen to this guy, let's pay him some money to try to dog. I'm telling you, that's the move. When winning is not paramount in your franchise, when winning is low on the totem pole and all these other things are a matter. No, a real coach should have sat up there and said, you know what? I'm the one that should be held accountable for our team not performing and doing what we needed to do, right? It's on me. It's incumbent upon me as the accountable party to make sure our team is ready to play every football game in any situation. And I did not do that this year, right? Could that put my job on the line? For sure. Could that, I'm blessed every day to be a head coach in this position and to have this opportunity. And all I can say to you is that I intend by all means to do everything in my power to try to, correct my mistakes and get this team on the right track. I know it doesn't take 4 years to do so. Unfortunately, we find ourselves here. And now these are the corrective actions that we're putting in place in order to give the fans and the people, media, all you guys included, a winning franchise. It's been a lot that we've had to deal with this year. There's stuff. I know you don't want to say Snyder and all that stuff. That matters too. But you cannot use that as an excuse. Snyder been a slime ball since the beginning. I don't want to hear that no more. That excuse is dead. The man has been doing funny business in the franchise since the beginning. All that's dead, champ. I don't want to hear that no more. You got to win despite that. That's what you were brought here to do. So it's either you not capable of doing it, and we got to find somebody else, or you can do it. And up to this point, you look to be the latter. You can't do it, bro. I would say it to your face. I know you military, you had cancer, all that stuff. I understand it. Use that as your scapegoat to get out of town, dog. Retire. Say, you know what? It's just too much stress on my mental, my body, all that. So I'm going to just go ahead, retreat and chill. It's just too taxing. And I'm going to fall back, let somebody else come in and do that, Ron, for the people. If you care about this team so much, this franchise and all of that, do that. Because that literally is the best thing for the team, is you out of here. It's your boy Laws, OSS 980, Other Side of Sports. Follow us, subscribe to the channel. If you don't agree with me, put it in the comments, dog. If you rock with me heavy and what I'm saying is facts, rock with me in the comments. Let me know. All right.